So, what is a sexual alter in dissociative identity disorder? I'm Bo, and I'm Hayley's sexual alter. A sexual alter is a headmate that deals with the sexual side of things. I deal with, I do OnlyFans and webcam, and in the past I've dealt with sexual experiences that have been hard to handle for Hayley. So yeah, I think I'm quite a fun girl. I'm hypersexual and I'm adventurous and probably a lot more outgoing than what some of the other alters are. So nice to meet you. So I've been present in Hayley's life probably since the age of 15. 15. Yeah, so I was 15 and I'm not sure whether I was present before, but I know quite a pivotal thing happened when I was 15. And basically, you know, when they used to have like the nappy nights for like teenagers, I'd gone to a nappy night in Doncaster with my friends, and I'd ended up, I can't remember the ins and outs of it, but it's all a bit blurry as to how it got to the point. But I'd had an argument with my friends. I ended up leaving by myself and going outside, and I'm really stubborn. And I'd sat on a bench outside, and cut a long story short, an older man had said he was coming to pick his little brother up, but it was about 2 hours early from the nappy night, and he could see I was upset, and he offered to give me a lift home. So I ended up stupidly getting in this car rather than actually waiting for my friends and the lifts that were arranged. And it was only a 15-minute drive from the place, like Doncaster Town Centre, to Edenthorpe, where I lived. And it was supposed to just be straightforward there, and it ended up not being straightforward there. The guy ended up abducting me for about 3 hours, and that really changed me. I ended up doing my GCSEs in hospital. It was just a really scary time, and all I remember thinking was that I was going to die throughout the whole of the ordeal. And I was quite innocent before that point. I'd been out, we used to go out on a Friday night and have like drink on the local Tesco fields. But I was innocent. I'd not done anything with boys. And he made me take some drugs. He made me take some, I think it was a white powder, but it wasn't cocaine. It smelled horrible. I think it was Fet maybe. And I didn't really have any choice in the matter. I had to take this powder. And that was the first time I'd ever really taken drugs. And I was petrified. I remember thinking, he's not going to take me home. But I just thought if I did as he said, I'd have a better chance of getting through it. So I took this white powder, and he'd taken me to the, so he'd picked me up, like we'd gone back to his car, and I think we drove to Doncaster Marketplace car park, and this is when he got the powder out, and I had to take this powder, and then I said, right, we're going to go back now, and he was like, yeah, come on then. So he started driving, but instead of driving to Edenthorpe, he drove to Doncaster Racecourse. And that's quite scary. There's a straight mile, and there's woods at the one side of it. And as he drove, I can just remember him indicating into there and thinking, this is it. He's going to take me into those woods, and he's going to do whatever, and he's going to kill me. And it was just really, really scary. As it turned out, I'm still here. He didn't try to kill me. But I was with him for about 2-3 hours, and it was a very, very scary time. He forced me to perform sex acts on him. But he was really clever because he asked me questions about myself. And obviously, I'd already told him where I live because he said that he was going to take me home. That's what he was supposed to be doing. And I had a little sister at the time. So he played with my head because I thought if I actually reported it or told my mum and dad that he was going to go back and get my sister and stuff. So it really messed with my head. And afterwards, 3 days afterwards, I ended up taking an overdose and ended up in hospital. I did all my GCSEs in hospital, and that was the start of a slippery slope. But I don't know if that's what actually caused the dissociative identity disorder, because I had alters before that. I didn't recognise them as alters, but as a child I had my own internal world that I was in constantly, escaping reality like every second. Just normal places, like I'd be in the car going to my mum and dad, but in my own internal world I wasn't there. So I already dissociated, so I don't think that's what caused it. There was some other stuff happened as a baby and as a child, so it was just one of those. I think once something's already happened to you, they say that you get this like victim syndrome, don't they, where people know they can take advantage. I don't know if I believe that. I think it's just, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, and maybe don't get in cars with strangers. But I was young, I was 15. I look at my daughter now, she's just turned 16, so she's older than what I was. And she's so innocent, I can't imagine anyone doing that shit to her. I've always dismissed this stuff as well. It's only recently that I'm starting to accept that things that have happened are bad. And I've always said, oh, no one can hurt me. I think I believe no one could hurt me. When things have happened, I've just thought, oh, it doesn't bother me. People could do what they want. Obviously, I think the reason why things don't bother me is because I go into different altars and protect myself or Hayley or whatever it is. I don't know. As I said to you, I don't understand the whole altars thing. When I watch people's videos and read about the systems and stuff, I'm starting to understand what personalities I've got and understand certain altars. I know the differences between us. I know some of the names, but I don't understand all the words. Sometimes I don't know who I am. Most of the time I don't know who I am. So I've completely forgot what I was saying now. Yeah. I think that could be where, because, oh, that was it. So after that night in question, I went into hospital. I ended up, that's when sexual alter, Beau, me, came out. And I don't know if I wanted to be a glam model, I wanted to be a porn star, and I started using my body to get what I wanted. In my head I said I was punishing men, but I wasn't. But I've gone really foggy now, really foggy. So I think talking about the actual experiences, yeah, I think I'm possibly switching. I don't feel so much like I don't feel like I did at the start of the video. And maybe that's talking about what happened. My head's just hurting a little bit. So I'm going to leave it now. Wasn't even that bad, was it really? But people have been through a lot worse. But yeah, please guys, I really feel that I'm making these videos and nobody's listening. Hopefully someone will, and I'll be able to try and process this shit. So before it turns into an absolute moaning video again, I'm going to say goodbye. Please like and subscribe and comment, more importantly, if you've got any experience on this sort of subject.